Previously on Real Garbage.
Ma, give me some candy corn flavored kettle corn. Come on.
On this episode of Real Garbage, Jeff and Kaity talk about discovery.
Something just ran into the ground. I'm gonna go look at it.
Jeff and Kaity talk about human anatomy.
How do you know where the fucking face is, bitch?
Oh my God. And then Jeff and Kaity get serious.
It's my strong hand.
Use my strong hand.
And it's like this, so the mouth is like,
give me your other hand. That's all coming up on this episode of Real Garbage. But first, a word from our fake sponsors.
This episode of Real Garbage is brought to you by that hydrated feeling.
This episode is also brought to you by blood. It's in you to give. Unless you're an alien, then it's probably not a good idea.
This is Real Garbage.
That, I love those onion rings.
Yeah.
Bin 4. Shout out to Bin 4 Burger
Yeah.
Lounge.
F yeah. They're so big.
Those deep fried pickles, though, deep fried pickles always seem like a good idea.
And then you have, like, I've never had a deep fried pickle where I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, God. No, because it's just a deep fried pickle.
It kind of, I feel like the deep friedness kind of takes that sour juiciness away from it.
Almost too much.
Yeah.
Because there's only been a few places like those were all right.
Mm-hmm. If they didn't have the dipping sauce, they would have been a no for me.
Oh, this can be a no for me, dog. It's ridiculous. You're paying what, like $8 for essentially two large pickles
yeah.
quartered up and tossed in super thick breading and then deep fried.
Yeah.
And you eat three and you're like, oh, you guys want some of these?
Yeah.
You're always...
Meanwhile, you could like polish off half a jar regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I've been wanting you know those pickles you can get in Disneyland? They come in their own plastic bag.
Never been to Disneyland.
Oh yeah!
Yeah,
oh my God!
We've talked about this lots.
Oh my God!
Because you brag about it, and I'm like, I've never been.
Okay, we should have like a Real Garbage staff trip to Disneyland once it's over.
We're going to Disneyland.
Okay, but in California Adventure, I had to double check. It's been so long.
California.
There are pickles, and they're huge.
It's like the ones you eat, like, you're palming it, basically.
Yeah. They're the size of my forearm.
Size of a baby's arm.
Yeah. And they're so dilly and garlicky. And, you remember the movie Little Rascals?
Yes.
When the guy's like, I got a pickle, I got a pickle, I got a pickle, yeah.
Wait, I'm thinking of The Sandlot. I watch The Sandlot a lot. But, no, Little Rascals. I can only remember Alfalfa? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this? Did he have a catchphrase, Alfalfa?
He did. I can't remember what it is.
It's me, Alfalfa.
No, but it's something whiny like that. It's like, oh, no. No, it's not oh, no.
Oh, shucks.
Yes. I don't know. Something like that.
It's amazing how our dialect is advanced from aw, shucks to the
Fuck it. Yeah.
What is WAP? I keep
Wet
seeing this
ass
video.
pussy.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I saw this video the other day, and it was like sing WAP with a lisp. So I was like, certified freak, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy. Make that pillow game wait.
Have you heard of PP cocaine?
Is that the girl where she's like, it's trap bunny bubble?
I think so, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Face tattoos, 19 years old. Face tattoos like a motherfucker, singing these ridiculous songs. This world is weird.
I know.
You haven't seen The Social Dilemma yet, have you?
Not yet.
The scariest thing for me, like the surveillance is wild. Like they're even right now.
Yeah.
This is already going live to some person. Oh, not some person. Some computer AI is like watching us right now, putting together its own episode of this podcast. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
But the freakiest thing is where, like in countries where they're just getting cell phone technology now, and the government is giving the phones out, they're preloading them with Facebook, and they're making accounts for these people as well. And what they're doing is they're tailoring their news feeds. So that, let's say there's 2 religious groups in this country.
Yeah.
They're feeding all these people in this one religious group with all this propaganda and shit about the other religious group, basically inciting civil war between people.
What the fuck?
That's what's happening. And like, imagine that. Imagine you're looking at your phone going like, man, these fucking pieces of shit are horrible. And they're like, let's go kill them. And then meanwhile, those people are like, what? We just want to live a peaceful life, man. What are you doing to us?
God.
But that's happening around the world. Like Facebook and social media platforms like Instagram and fucking Twitter and shit are all doing this. And we're just clicking away.
Yeah.
Because they're just trying to steal our attention. They're like, I was saying to you earlier, you could Google one thing and I could Google something else. We'll actually try it after when we're done recording this. We'll Google something and we'll see what the results look like. Because that's messed up to me. Like each and every one of us that has a phone has and uses social. So that's the thing. You have to use social media or any sort of, any news source really. Like you could trust a newspaper, your local news, but maybe that's the best you're going to get.
Yeah.
But everything we see, all the news is just given to us. It's specially tailored to us. Like Blake just bought a shirt the other day, a shirt, jacket, sweater. We can't tell what it is. It looks like a coat, but it could be a sweater. He never has to take it off when he goes. It's cool. Okay. But I'm telling him about this, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I bought this from an ad. There was a dude that looked just like me, shoulder length, brown hair, my build, wearing this, doing up the last button, looking all fucking cool as shit."
Oh my God.
I'm like, "Yeah, it knew you wanted a new coat, so it was like, let's tailor this ad to him." That's what they're doing.
Whoa.
So imagine, like, you're younger than me. You're 13 years younger than me, so you've been born into this. So everything you see is like tailored to who you are. They know you better than you know yourself. That's fucked up. Like they're showing like, and you're taking it all with like a grain of salt. Like it seems legit to me. Like I believe this.
Yeah.
And they're showing like, computer software and shit that's like calculating like if you're cisgender or fucking this or that or blah, blah, blah. And it tells you like your age and everything. It just knows exactly who you are. Like that's how we know we have a 100% male listening and viewing audience.
Wild.
But a lot of girls don't listen to podcasts. That's what I've realized.
Or like
guys listen to
watch
podcasts.
them.
Yeah. So that's fair. We'll just keep making compilation videos.
Yeah.
But that social dilemma is spooky. It's crazy. Hi, AI computer.
Yeah,
and that's the weird
hi.
thing is it's just a big computer
Being
that's
like,
just taking
beep, boop,
all of our info
boop, boop.
and just going, let's do this for him.
Oh my God.
Let's do that for her. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was hosting music bingo and we hadn't given away a prize in a while. And
Did you do the under the O?
oh yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's like I don't know.
It's almost
Someone
like
told me to. Some lady was like, she's like, "Is this your first time doing music bingo?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "Well, normally like some people throw in games and some people are like under the O." And I'm like, "Okay, I really don't care enough to like to be like back off. This is my show."
But you did it.
Oh yeah.
You
whatever.
bent to the will of the people and shouted the O. It drives me. It's
I
insane.
know.
Because Blake had never heard it. We went there it just happened to be music bingo night once, and I'm like, Blake, just pay attention.
Yeah.
He's gonna yell under the O every time there's an O. Sure as shit. Every single time. It's almost like they interview you for that job. And they're like, listen, okay, just initial here.
Can you say this phrase?
Yeah, what am I signing here exactly? Oh, you're just initialing where it says you will
Say
by
under
law
the
say under the O.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I always made a YMCA joke though, which I thought was killer, because you're hosting music bingo in a bar. So I would say something like, I would play YMCA and then I'd be like, "Don't you feel like you're at a wedding? Except this isn't an open bar." And then people would be like, "Ha, ha, ha, ha. Pay for your drinks."
You motherfuckers. Until 10.
Yeah.
Get out.
But I was hosting music bingo. I hadn't given away a prize in a while. And I said, "Come on, like someone's not paying attention. I'm itching to give away a prize." And then after that round ended, I went on Instagram and I was just scrolling through the break. And I had an advertisement for eczema cream for itching. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wait, were you itching? Did I miss that?
No, I said to the audience, I was like, I'm itching away.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
itching to give away some prizes. And then I got an ad for eczema cream, and I was like, what the fuck?
Algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm editing it in again. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So sorry, I had to make some amendments from last week. Imhotep, the guy
Imhotep?
that played
Arnold Vasulu?
and what's Zartan? in
Arnold Vasulu.
yes, 83 acting credits to his name.
Wow.
So we're way off because
Wow,
we were
sorry,
like,
dude.
guy hasn't done anything, and well, maybe he's done a lot. We just don't know. Yeah, he has. He's done a lot that we
Sorry,
just
bro.
don't know. Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing this, but none of it was. I was like, okay, I remember the pyramid and the big tunnel. That was about it. Because I think I cared as much as I did when I watched it the first time as I did now. Not a lot. I was paying attention, but
I remember watching this it was between grade 7 and 9 at school because like I don't know if you did this, but when it was almost summer break and there was, all the exams were done, there was maybe a week left of school, but you didn't have anything to do. Yeah, so you just did whatever you wanted.
Yep.
So teachers would play movies. So I remember the cool young gym teacher, I forgot his name, but he like each teacher was playing a movie in their room and you would like go check it out. And he was playing Alien versus Predator. And at first I was shook. I was like, aren't these rated R? This one is rated PG-13.
oh, it was. I didn't see the rating.
But I was so shocked, and sure as shit, I sat down and watched this and I was like, whoa. And interestingly enough, nobody roast me for this. All
They
right.
might.
This was the first full Alien/Predator movie I had watched. I had seen little bits and pieces of Predator and Alien as a kid, but it was in passing, like looking at the TV, and then my grandparents would be like, this is rated R. No, too young. And that wouldn't stop me. Sometimes I'd sneak and like watch horror movies. I've talked about this before. Friday Frightmare on AMC.
Yeah.
Watch Pet Sematary. That scared the shit out of me.
Cemetery.
Pet Sematary.
Cemetery.
But yeah, so watching this, I'm pretty sure it was the summer of grade 7. I saw this and I was like, this is so cool. And then I saw the original Predator and the original Alien and I was like, these are
Okay, you
way
have seen them.
better.
And you've seen Aliens because
Yes,
we've
I've
referenced.
seen-
We've
yes.
referenced. Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, I've seen Alien, I've seen Aliens, I've seen Alien Resurrection, I've seen Predator, but I've only seen the original Predator. I don't think I've seen the sequel.
You haven't seen the Danny Glover sequel?
No.
Oh, man.
Or if I have, I don't remember.
It
I
all
saw
takes-
the Adrian Brody Predator.
It all takes place in the city. Predator 2.
What the fuck?
He's a cop. He's a cop, and he's trying to like.
I'm too old for
I'm
this
too
shit.
old for this shit. Yeah,
I
it's weird.
I did see the newest Predator movie that came out a couple years ago.
Oh, that was. I had it on for background, so I
Yeah.
shut it off. I was like, I'm not paying attention to this.
That one was so funny. It wasn't like I laughed a lot watching.
It was. I don't remember it being good. But it had that dude from Narcos in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good actor. And I guess of course you're going to take a role like that. You're like, well, it's a big ass
Yeah,
budget movie.
it's Predator.
Why not?
Sure. But yeah, AVP.
I liked how this one didn't fuck around. It was like
No.
Paramount Pictures, Boo, Antarctica, 1904. Here we go. I'm like,
You're like,
oh shit,
okay.
okay, cool. So go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it also an hour and 44 minutes, like perfect time.
Yes, it was a good. Wasn't too long. I clocked an hour 41.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew it was 41 or 44, so I just shot my shot.
Every time I see an hour 55 or more, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why do this to us?
Why do you think you're this special?
You're not that good. Okay.
You can't justify this.
Do you want to explain to people what this movie's about?
Sure. All right. Alien vs. Predator, 2004. You have a team of people who are tasked with going down into this long tube in Antarctica to this underground pyramid to investigate it. Weyland Yutani Corporation. little alien
They
reference.
drill that into you
Yeah.
right off
Weyland
the bat.
Yutani. Weyland Yutani.
On
Weyland
the
Yutani.
satellite, we're at the facility. It's on this, it's on that.
The one guy's Weyland. Apparently Yutani was supposed to be in this, but they cut that out.
Who?
The other guy. Because it's Weyland.
Wait, who's Weyland? Because like Weyland is
Weyland
in,
was the old guy with like COPD or whatever.
in which movie?
This one.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, what is the Weyland Corporation like in
Oh.
reference to? So
Oh,
that
Alien.
wasn't like
Alien. So the Weyland Yutani Corporation.
Yeah, I remember Sigourney Weaver saying Weyland now at some point. All right.
But yeah, so they're tasked to go investigate this underground pyramid formation. It's a couple archaeologists, a couple scientists, highly experienced environmental navigator chick.
Climber / badass.
Yeah. And they're going to go kind of poke around, see what they can find, bring it up. But obviously, the aliens and the predators are there. Now, this is like, I don't think it's not spoilery, but I have the whole backstory for Alien versus Predator. So this was a sequel to all the Predator films before this, but a prequel to the Alien films. And yeah, try to wrap your mind around that. So, sequel to Predator, prequel to Alien. Basically, the reason it's Alien versus Predator is the pyramid down below is the ultimate like birthing battleground for the aliens, and the predators intentionally lure people down there so that they can get impregnated by a face hugger so that they can give the predators an alien, because an alien is the ultimate prey to a predator. So
I have so many questions about
the predators that go down there to kill the aliens are like young predators.
Teenagers.
They're teenagers who haven't proven themselves as warriors yet. So if they go down there and they kill the aliens and come back alive to their ship, they're regarded as a warrior and they survive, yay. And if they don't, then they have that detonator to obliterate them, the humans, the aliens, so that the aliens don't get to the surface.
And so we see later on, we see flashbacks of the history of this. We get told that story. And they show the pyramid being blown up. Who is fixing this pyramid? We've mentioned this before, the evil architects that built something like this. Because it's definitely someone's like, we got to build a fucking battleground somewhere.
Well, the predators came to Earth and taught humans how to build and shit.
That's right. But so they're recruiting people, I guess, to fix it? After every time they blow it up every 100 years? It just seems...
I don't think I think that part of talking about blowing it up was part of the hieroglyphs. Like, if it fails, they'll blow it up.
But they're showing the dramatic reenactment of something. And and then there's like 1 million aliens. I'm like, well, did the Predators bring 1 million people and shove them into this fucking sacrificial chamber?
I know. I know. It's so weird.
And Antarctica seems like there wouldn't be a lot of people.
No.
But they're like, oh, there used to be a population up here and people lived here. I'm like, yeah, but not millions of people.
Yeah, it's not like you're setting up your pyramid below the Empire State Building.
That would have been a better idea.
Right? Yeah, this was too... I was going to say animated. No, too far away. I can't think of the right word I wanted, but too far... No. Damn it!
Yeah, then we get the credits. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you teasing motherfuckers. I thought we weren't going to get any credits. They're like, nope, we're going to give them to you now. I'm like,
I know.
"Grr." So we
Save it
see,
to the end.
we're in Nebraska now at the Weyland Industries headquarters or whatever. They find some heat signature. So they get a hold of Lex and she's solo ice climbing.
Yeah, with her Bluetooth in.
So I'm watching this going, okay, that's dangerous as fuck. Having nobody with you, belaying you, you fall, you die, you're done.
Yeah.
Seems a little careless. And then, takes a phone call. Hanging on one arm. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. She's like, oh, hold on. I'll better take this call.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
And it's like, it's 2004. Like, it was October 3rd, 2004 when it all started. So this was probably October 2nd or 1st. 2004 did not have this technology.
No. She wouldn't
You
have
had
been
your
able to take a
Nokia
call.
and you were like, hello. Like, literally this size.
Yep, this is her.
Hello?
Oh, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
I'm climbing.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's like I'm like I saw that climate scene. I was like, no.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, Jeff's gonna have something to say.
She wasn't even like breathing heavy at all.
I know.
You'd be at least kind of winded, and she's just like, oh, what do you need?
Yeah.
I don't think I can get there by tomorrow.
And then he's like, I thought you'd say that. Picks
love-
her up by a helicopter.
I love that guy's voice.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice.
Yes,
I
it's
can't
deep,
even-
but not too deep, with a slight accent.
They said you'd say that. Yeah, what's his accent?
It's
He's got a bit of
either
an accent.
South African or British.
Or both. Isn't South Africa wasn't it like a British colony at one point? Or isn't it? And
South African is kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way it sounds is like a hybrid of Australian and British.
This guy reminds me of Spotswood from Team America. Good work, Gary. Now suck my cock. You said I wouldn't have to do that if I got in the limo. Yeah.
I also found out Ridley Scott hates this movie, but James Cameron was like, "It's pretty good. This is in my top 3."
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think James Cameron just went down a couple notches in my book.
Yeah, Ridley Scott's like, "Fuck this. This is trash." And James is like, "It's not bad. It's in my top 3."
Maybe he was on drugs or something. Maybe James Cameron's on Ambien.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're flying out. Says who was the guy with the really hard to understand accent in the helicopter?
Scottish guy.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm taking pictures for my kids."
Do you mind
I don't
taking
know,
a
but-
photo?
Yeah, take a photo.
She's a horrible photographer. I might add.
I know. He's like trying to pose, and she's like she could not care less.
Here you go. Just take your photo.
Yeah, his head's to the side, and he's like, "Oh, okay." Like he's that type of person that's too nice to be like, "No."
Take it again, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you. If someone says, "Hey, can you take a photo for us?" I'm like, "Sure." While they're getting set up, I'm like, "Click, click, click, click."
Yep.
Click. I'll just take like fucking 40 photos of them. I'm like, "Here, take your pic. Have a good day."
Yeah.
Who takes one photo?
I know.
It's people that eat noodles with no sauce or popcorn with no butter.
Yeah.
Damn
Ew.
psychos.
Also,
I've tried it. I can't do it.
no, and you gotta get the movie theater popcorn, a shot of butter, halfway through, and then the rest on top, so it's all buttery.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I butter the shit out of mine here. Oh, I learned. I've always been the kind of person that leaves his butter on the counter.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
Why?
My butter was turning a weird color on the backside, and I didn't notice
Ew.
for like
Ew.
probably a good 5 days. Just
Ew.
cooking with it. I'm like, it's still good.
Oh my god.
I like look at the back of it one day. I'm like, oh,
You're like, that's
is
just
that supposed to be dark like that?
Oh.
Yeah, and like I think mold was starting to form in one spot. I'm like, just dump that in the garbage.
Yep.
Butter's gonna stay in the fridge. Then.
Yep. Apparently, the alien queen animatronic. It was animatronic.
Ooh, it did look like closer to real.
Almost everything in this movie was practical effects. There were a few CGI things, like when the predators were invisible and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But each predator was like a person in a suit. Same with the aliens. The queen was an animatronic, and it was the most sophisticated animatronic, surpassing Rexy from Jurassic Park, because this had twice as many moving parts that Rexy did.
Crazy.
Which, yeah, it's so cool because it just show, like, we've talked about this before, how if I'm watching a movie that has shitty practical effects or CGI that could have been done via practical effects, because we have the evidence of 1997's Jurassic Park,
Yes.
why the fuck aren't you doing it? And these guys were like, we're going to do it.
It was a definitely noticeable thing when you saw that Queen Alien. We're like, hey, that looks like just like the old school ones back in the like the 90s with like aliens. Because that was still, the second one is still by far my favorite Alien movie, hands down.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I know.
And scared the shit out of me when I was young.
I know.
When they're crawling through when they're like, that's like 3 meters. That's inside the fucking room. And they're like, maybe they're in the roof. And then and then that classic line from the chick with the big ass machine gun.
Get
Like,
your hands off her, you bitch!
no. I mean, when they're still in that initial firefight where she's
Oh.
Let's rock!
like, yeah, so badass. They arrive at on this ship and they've got, this was confusing for me. So they set out chairs for them. Why all the extra chairs?
I know. There's so many.
There's like another dozen chairs. I'm like, are we waiting for another 12 crew members to
Did
show up?
half of them bail?
You knew how many were coming.
Yeah.
You can only fit so many in a helicopter.
And-
Just put out that many chairs.
Yeah,
Why all
like
the extra chairs?
it looks worse with all the extra chairs.
That's where my head went. I was like, wait a minute. Who's sitting in those chairs? And then Lance Henriksen.
Oh, Scarface?
He's Bishop. Like the old guy, Weyland,
yeah.
Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
He's Bishop
I know.
from Aliens. He's an
I know.
android. So why use...
So why is he... Yeah.
Because they never talk about who they based, or did they? Did they base that android off of Mr. Weyland? Maybe they did.
Oh.
Maybe they did.
They probably did because this is a prequel.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep. There we go.
Because he dies at the end, right?
Yeah, but they still probably based Bishop's...
They have his DNA.
Yeah.
They have his scan.
That makes sense.
Well, then we get, so when we come up to space, the Predator ship launches.
Launches 3 Predators out.
Well, hold on, because the thing blasts down to the pyramid first.
Yeah, and that's what creates the tunnel.
Yes. So, but then later, the 3 Predators get shot out.
Yeah.
So, what was the initial? Was it just the thing to make a hole?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
So
they never
that
really show us what
So
landed
that
in the
people
bottom.
could go down there.
Gotcha. Ah, man, so fucking
Because
crafty.
it's a perfect 30-degree angle.
What if nobody would show up though? Like, how do they bank on that? They're like, well, we got to fight on this day exactly at this time.
I don't think it's like a
Well, it seems like a scheduled thing.
Yeah, I mean it's annual, like every 100 years.
So that would be bicentennial. No,
Centennial.
centennial.
But I think like predators are probably smart enough to be like, yeah, humans are fucking dumb and want to control and discover everything. If we send out heat flashes, someone's going to come.
It's true. I am giving us way too much credit.
Yeah.
We're not that smart.
Yeah.
We humans are stupid. So, of course, we'll be like,
Something just ran into the ground. I'm gonna go look at it.
So then Lex is like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. And they're like,
yeah.
okay, well, we'll find a replacement. And she's like, who is it? And they tell her. And she's like, he's fucking trash. So she changes her mind and comes anyway.
she let her ego get in the way. She was
Yeah.
like, oh, well, then I can't let this happen.
Yeah. And then Weyland is in a little like machine and he's like breathing.
Getting
through-
high.
Yeah, getting
Oh, hey,
getting
Lex.
token on
How
his
you doing?
tube. And she's like, yeah, you're not coming. You're sick, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, I want to. Discovery, blah, blah, blah.
No one will remember me unless I discover something.
Yeah.
You have to
Okay,
let me go down
Christopher
there, Lex.
Columbus.
They'll only remember the things I never did.
And then when she's telling her story about her and her dad climbing Mount Rainier, I Googled it because she was like, yeah, we were at over 14,000 feet. I was like,
That's in state. Is it Washington, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is that accurate? It is. It's 14,410 feet.
Wow.
So thank you for being accurate.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Thank you.
Thank you, Google. As both of our phones go.
Yeah.
What? What do you need,
You're
Jeff?
welcome. I'd be like, no.
So she's going over the rules because now she's the leader.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go off by yourself. Stay in constant contact. Nobody's going to listen to this.
No.
You're like, no, even she doesn't.
Yep.
She sets these rules. How many times does she go off by herself in the next hour? Like
know.
a
All the
handful at
time.
least. Yeah. All of
Yeah.
a sudden she's just gone.
So then they're belaying down the 30-degree tunnel, and Weyland like slips, and he's the very last guy coming, so he has to go through all this team of people falling, and nobody can seem to grab him. And then Lex, being the first one who went down, she just grabs her fucking ice axe, and his hood.
Guess-
Okay.
This chick seemed like, I understand. Okay, she does high risk fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is she like Alex Honnold? Like she just has the switch in her head that's like, I don't get scared at all. Like she must have been. They never
Yeah.
really give us the backstory as to why she's so badass. Because everything she did, it was just like,
Yeah.
I'm too cool. I'm so cool here. Everything. She wasn't scared of the aliens. She wasn't scared of the predators. You'd think if 3 gigantic 8-foot tall alien monsters were like
Going
walking
like-
around you, you might be like, Jesus, holy shit. Like,
Yeah.
a little scared. She's just kind of like,
She's like, what's the...
hi, aliens. She's too tough. But she catches them one hand and she's like, all right, let's keep going. And did you notice that they all looked a bit too warm?
Warm?
Warm.
Oh yeah, nobody was shivering and cold, and I get you're going to Antarctica, so you pack accordingly. But they were wearing snow coats.
Yes. No face coverings, like no neck warmer, no toque. Well, to the toque, but like rolled up above the ears.
Yeah.
I looked. Antarctica average temperature -10 to -60 Celsius. Like I think that's once you hit -32, those numbers are the same. So to our American listeners, that's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Very cold. And they're all just like, just looking around and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
They're like, faces aren't red.
They are 2,000 feet underground, yes, but I don't know.
But be chilly,
bitch. Not that much warmer. Maybe it is. Who knows?
And they go into the sacrificial chamber. And they come across a dead face hugger. And Sebastian's like, says something like, it's a scorpion. That's not a scorpion. What in the... nobody freaked out when they saw that. If I saw a fucking face hugger, I'd be like, why does this two-handed conjoined thing with the... it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before, and you're not freaking out?
I was commentating on it myself. He's like, it looks like a scorpion. She goes, it's not a scorpion. I go, and I'm like, bitch, all he said was it looked like a scorpion.
Yeah,
that's all.
He's not saying, oh, this is a scorpion.
This is definitely 100% a scorpion.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Like, what I didn't understand is he is an archaeologist. And my cousin, she, fun fact, is living in Greece for the next year to do her master's in archaeology. She loves archaeology. If she came across a face hugger, she wouldn't be like, oh, it looks like a scorpion. She'd be like, oh my God, what is that? Like Sebastian just didn't seem into it.
Well, that was the story of this movie, is nobody was believable. To me, nobody was believable.
No.
Like nobody made me think, oh wow, you're actually around giant aliens.
Yeah.
Nobody's scared. Nobody's nervous. No one's like you're 2,000 feet underground in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Investigating a creepy looking pyramid battleground.
And you just found this dead creature that looks like nothing you've ever seen before. Yeah. And also in the shots when they're in the sacrificial chamber, it looked like there was glitter in the air. Seeing
it did not look like snow.
No, it looked like they some fairy dust.
That's probably what they did. Because it didn't look like it just looked like it was falling in the light.
Yeah.
No, well, I guess it would be in the light, but it didn't look like it was anywhere else.
Snow in there. They're underground.
It's true. So now, while they're down there, we get a shot from up top. 3 predators. I thought it was the aliens first, but then I realized the queen's down there. She makes the eggs. So 3 predators get dropped down there, which we've explained are teenagers.
Yeah.
And they have to come and prove themselves, get their shoulder cannons and fight the aliens, and then be taken back to the mothership or planet or wherever they're from.
They have names. Fun fact. The 3 predators have names.
What?
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah. One of them is named Chopper.
Chopper.
The next one, spoilers, the one that survives is named Scar because he scars himself with the alien. And then
Chopper.
The third one is named... I can't remember the third one. Chopper, Scar, and we'll put the third one up.
Tim.
Can't remember it.
His name is Jonathan.
Why do I have a weird normal human name? Shut up, Jonathan.
So they... No, what if these predators hated the cold? Like how do they factor that in? Like they send a scout out and they're like, hey, this place is cool. It's cold. It'll be a challenge.
Well, space is cold and they're coming from space, so Antarctica is probably warmer.
No, well, they're coming. They have to be coming from a planet somewhere that has an atmosphere because they are like mammals of some sort. They're like living
humanoids.
organisms. Yes, they're humanoids. So they can't live in the vacuum of space. They have to be coming from a planet somewhere. So it must be a warm planet. I guess it would have polar...
Poles.
Yes, poles. I'm thinking poles. So they have a sun as well.
Because they are
from.
they're not you see a lot of skin on them.
Yeah. So then they're like running around in the winter. Like you should see.
Well, they're
they
kind
should
of
have coats.
reptilian. Maybe they're cold-blooded.
Oh, maybe they have green blood.
Yeah.
It's green. Reptiles are green.
Yeah.
They have reptilian blood. That's what it is.
One thing I have never understood about the Alien movies, this one in particular, is so the queen wakes up and she starts pumping out eggs and they get put into the sacrificial chamber. The pyramid moves so Lex and Sebastian and other people are separated from a few people in the sacrificial chamber. What I don't understand is how face huggers know exactly where a human being is specifically their face. I know they're designed to latch onto your face, but going from the egg to immediately up in the air and like directly at someone's face, like
that's a great observation. Yeah,
like
they can't see.
how do you know where the fucking face is, bitch?
And they're quick about it too. They
Yeah.
instantly go for the face.
Yeah. Like
It's a fucking
I've
conspiracy.
never understood that. Explain it, Ridley.
It's a conspiracy.
I feel like watching the original Alien movies compared to this, the reproduction of an alien or a face hugger becoming a chest burster then becoming an alien was so much more quick in this because
It doesn't make sense. Is how do they go from like a seed,
yeah.
and then the person is like because they show us with like infrared
Yeah.
through the eyes of the predator later that
And then
it's like a
becomes
full
like a
size fucking
tadpole.
xenomorph.
Yeah.
Yeah, within half an hour,
Yeah,
an hour
because
maybe.
In the original Alien when oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. But
I know who you're talking about though.
when he gets like impregnated with it, it's a long time. Like longer
It's
than
a day at least.
Yeah.
A day or two.
Yeah, and then he's feeling sick and he's like, ugh, and they get like he's under observation. It's not immediate.
And these things go from tiny chest busters to
To
full size aliens
Xenomorphs
in an
and-
hour.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what are they eating? Like even physics, they like even if they ate a whole human, like they're like, yeah, this little tiny thing is gonna eat you. It's
Yeah.
gonna take a while to eat you and digest and grow muscle fibers and
Yeah.
these things just go like it's like just add water like an old
Yeah.
styrofoam dinosaur.
Grows 600 times.
Is that I wrote that down a couple times. I'm like, how do they
Yeah.
get this big and ferocious? They need time to grow. And like how many people went down into the hole? Like 6? 7?
That's what it looked like, but then way more people were down there because
And I feel like there were more aliens than there were people that were there originally.
yeah.
And how what's the reach of this alien queen thingamajiggy that like spits the eggs out? Because there's no aliens there with her. It's just her. She gets unfrozen, starts laying eggs. But is this sacrificial chamber like right behind her?
I get because
Like,
the
is
eggs
her
go
little
on a
thing-
conveyor belt thing.
Did they?
Yeah.
So then how do they get placed on the ground? How do they get placed strategically around the building?
Around the beds. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's just so many things you're like, wait, how did that? And just the time it would take even to just spew those things out and move them around, it would take a while.
I know. And then so in this area, this like chest opens up and it's 3 guns and they're the Predator's guns and they take them. Stupid. But like I made a note that would be like having a chest burster just would be a horrible way to go.
Oh yeah,
Like-
just having bad indigestion is one thing, or acid
Something
reflux.
breaking out of your rib cage. Ooh.
Man, yeah, it would definitely ruin your weekend.
And then so Lex and Sebastian and the rest of them, Scarface, Scottish boy, nice voice guy, Weyland, they're all in this like hallway area and they're walking around and then the predators see them and start, like
Attacking
shooting at them because they have their guns. And they have been walking in this hall for a good while. A good while before the predators come. And the whole time the predators aren't invisible. They are for the first couple shots and then they're not. None of them realize that these giant statues in this hallway that they've been walking in for a while are these things shooting at them. Like nobody makes a comment about it. Nobody notices or realizes, hey, those guys are those guys.
I don't understand why the predators keep going in and out of camouflage.
I know.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Just stay. Like this was just like I just wrote for fucking CGI sake.
Yeah.
It was just so they could show like, oh yeah, we can make them go camouflage. There's one part where a predator's running and jumping across the hallway, going into camo halfway.
Yeah.
Like why?
What's the point? They saw you.
They know you're there. Put your camouflage on before you jump.
Yeah. Or jump and then put it on.
The CGI, like when they came into the predators, I was really disappointed because they just made them disappointed.
I did make, like, Lex is a badass, just, like, grabbing something and swinging at the predator and then it booting her, not killing her. It's just like, yeah, fuck off.
Again, going back to her just being super tough and fear-free because
Yeah.
I don't know if I would attack a giant 9-foot tall alien like that. I probably wouldn't. I'd shit
be
my
like-
pants and be like, just stab me with your giant arm blades.
Yeah.
Which was another thing in this movie, but was just overkill.
Just the arm blades
Well,
covered in blood when they're invisible.
Yeah, because when they...
So many gratuitous shots.
That's the word I'm looking for. Gratuitous. Yeah, just whooshing, shing, put them back in.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we know you have
Like,
blades.
okay, Wolverine.
Cool. And it seems like the blades almost got bigger every shot.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now it has 3 points on it. Ooh, now there's 4 points on it. Those things seemed impractical. Mm-hmm. What were their training regiments like on
know,
the
right?
planet? Like, are they in the gym pumping iron?
Yeah.
Their
Well,
masks off.
Speaking of in the gym pumping iron, so like the aliens start attacking. Like a couple of the birthed aliens find these predators attacking the people and start attacking. And the aliens' tails are like elephant trunks. They can like grasp around. They can loop around a predator's leg for fun and pull them out from under themselves. They can use it as a scorpion tail and stab. And then like this one alien kills Chopper and the other one, not Scar. The other one so like easily it seemed. And I'm like,
The back and forth fights in this were anticlimactic. Like, it was, again, just to show off what they could do, basically.
yeah.
Because, yeah, I at one point, my last couple of notes on that page were like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
And like the alien's little mouth in its big mouth is so fucking strong that it can and like shoot it clean through this predator's head, helmet.
Everything.
Okay. All right. Sure. This mouth that's like this big can like
It
yeah.
didn't look as imposing as the original one did either. It looked
No.
kind of cheesy. Like, they just blew the whole budget. And were
Yeah,
like,
it was
"Shit."
like, you know what the little mouth reminded me of? It reminded me of Scary Movie 2. It's my strong hand.
Use my strong hand.
And it's like this, so the mouth is like,
give me your other hand. Just gonna get in there.
my germs.
That's a pretty diabolical thing. Like, let's send just imagine that. Like, okay, you're 18. We got to send you to another planet, and there's some weapons down on the bottom of this pyramid, but you got to get there before the aliens start coming out, because otherwise they're going to tear you apart.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why? It's just because it's the thing we do.
And keep your fucking helmet on.
Yeah, don't take your helmet off. These aliens will tear you apart if you're not quick enough to get that. Oh, no. Taking the cannon starts it. That's right.
Yeah.
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 Just imagine that. It's like, but if you don't, we're going to kill you.
Yeah. If you don't, you're fucked.
Because that's probably what it is. You have to go. They're like, well, you can't be
Yeah,
one of
you're
those things.
drafted.
You got to go to a different planet.
At this point, Weyland, Lex, and Sebastian are separated from the other people. And Weyland, a predator's coming after them because they still have his guns. And he's going after Lex because she has a gun in her backpack. And Weyland tries to stop the predator, and the predator grabs him and looks, and his heart is all fucked. And he's like, yeah, I'm not killing you. And then Weyland's like, don't turn your back on me, I'm a man. And then Flame throws him, and he's like, okay, you're dead. Okay.
Bang, you're dead.
Bang, you're dead. Bang, bang.
It's the point where we thought Doc, or the Scottish guy, was dead, but he's actually alive. He's
Yeah.
in a wall. So then he manages to get a gun before the facehugger gets him. And I had a huge problem with this 8-shot Desert Eagle firing a total of 15 times in this
Yep.
movie. 15 times.
And you dumbass unloading what should have been your entire clip in that one face hugger, and then you spontaneously having more bullets.
He didn't see the
All the
1,000 eggs in front of him.
Yeah,
That's another thing. How the hell does this queen produce so many eggs?
I know.
The egg sac is only so big.
Well, hers was huge. She was huge.
Well, yeah, it was huge, but like you'd think even if you crammed 20 eggs in that sack at the same time, those things are big. They're like 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're fat. It would take time to like create those things. And it's such a weird science behind these aliens where they just grow super fast and they maybe that's what it is. They just grow super fast. Because the queen's pretty big.
So then it's just Lex and Sebastian left. And one thing that pissed me off, they're running away and they're making this big jump, this leap, and Sebastian makes it, and Lex goes, and she's falling, and there's no, like, she doesn't make a sound. She doesn't scream. She's not like, like
She's too tough.
Yeah. And then Sebastian grabs her, but then gets pulled away by an alien, and somehow she can pull herself up, but she wasn't like Sebastian was hanging on to her. Like, what? I don't get it.
And then he falls and dies. So it's just her. And then I wrote, she spears an alien.
Yeah, she she was talking to Sebastian earlier about picking a side, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So she decides to give Scar his gun because he comes and she's like, wait, and he like is decoding her English, and then she gives him his gun. And
she demands that she's coming with a giant killer alien. She's like, wait, I'm coming with you. And he's like, fuck off.
Alien is behind him, and she like notifies him or something, and then they start fighting. And then the alien's coming after her, and she grabs Scar's spear and kills it. And then I guess Scar's like, all right, you're cool.
And then makes her some weapons.
Yeah, makes her her own spear with the alien's scorpion tail and a shield with the alien's head. And they're like, let's ride. And they're like running.
Let's ride!
They're like running in the pyramid like, yeah, let's go. This is a buddy cop film now.
It's ridiculous. A predator and a human team up.
I know, because the predator was like, all right, you badass. Like, you just killed an alien.
I love the whole time he's just muttering to himself like, fucking stupid bitch. You're going to die so
like,
hard.
what
Aliens
the
are going to
fuck?
kill you and tear you apart. Yeah, hold the spear here, stupid. And then it's like, free your queen. And all the aliens smash her out of her harness
all
there.
the aliens fucking bite her so her blood melts the chains.
And she's free.
And she's like, and then
she's pretty quick and agile after hanging in that thing for 100 years frozen, then being unfrozen and instantly having to spit out a bunch of eggs.
Yep.
Now just drops and is like, boom, starts going. I'm like, I don't care who you are or what you are.
You'd be stiff, bitch.
Yes. You need to like shake it out a little bit.
Your feet are gonna be asleep for a while.
Oh God, she should have just hit the deck and been like, go, God.
Yeah.
Starts cracking her back. She's like, somebody give me a coffee. My queen.
And then Lex and Scar, I'm just gonna call him Scar, go to set up the bomb so that Scar can kill all the aliens so they don't get to the surface. And then she finds Sebastian and she's like, I'm gonna save you.
Oh yeah.
And the Scar's like scans and he's like, no.
He's dead.
Yeah. So she picks up the gun that should have -10 rounds and fires one off at him.
Yep. That was like shot number 13, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
And 0 kick. She just holds it and goes,
Yeah.
My sister has shot a 50 cal Desert Eagle. And watching that video in slow motion, my sister's strong.
Yeah.
She pulls the trigger, that thing goes and just misses her face. Because that's a 50 cal handgun. That's a powerful gun.
Yeah.
And this Lex is just like, oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Bang, you're
Boom.
dead.
Yeah, bang, you're dead.
So then they set the bomb and they're booking it.
Oh, and she's running faster than the Predator.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's like, "Ah,
9 feet tall. She's like
let you win."
5'7", and they're keeping pace with one another.
Yeah, she's ahead of him. I'm going, no, you're not faster than this thing. He's huge.
And then they jump on the pulley thing, where did the sled come from? They didn't come down on a sled.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Did that other guy fall down it or on it?
No, he was falling. He was twisting and twirling
he just slid.
himself.
That's right. And he tried to like catch himself with his axe, and he didn't.
And then the classic, like the bomb goes off and the fire's coming right behind them, chasing them, and then they make it just in time.
And they're like, yeah, we made it. And then you forgot about the queen, bitch.
Yeah. Well, before the queen fucking pops out, he like marks her with the like warrior mark on her cheek, which again, she initially is like, ugh.
Yeah, just
Like,
go
that's
ahead.
acidic blood.
Burn my
bitch.
face. It's fine.
Yeah, disfigure me. And then the queen comes out and she's huge.
Big.
And they're fighting, and then Lex gets a good shot in and throws her spear or something, or stabs the queen.
Pins her with it, and then straps it to some sort of like giant
or water tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
somehow gets it into the water by prying up a piece of steel that's attached to it.
Fuck, I forgot to mention when Scar took off his helmet to like mark himself, a face hugger got him.
Oh yeah.
A deleted scene showed that Scar was aware that he was infected.
Oh shit.
And he, before he succumbed to his injuries that the queen gave him, he was gonna try and like stab himself right there, but he died. But they cut that out.
Interesting.
And so they get the queen and attach to the water tank and push her over the edge.
Drown her.
And then Scar dies. And she's just chilling there with him like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, then his family shows up.
Yeah, his like,
oh shit.
All these like hundreds of predators show up with their huge ship, and they pick him up, and he looks at her, and I read in the Wikipedia that like the mark on her cheek saved her because they were gonna kill her.
Oh, that makes sense, because he looked at her and went like, oh, okay,
you're badass.
Fine, here, take this double-ended spear.
Yeah, and then he's like,
take this giant
with
double-ended
this rosary
metal
attached
dildo.
to it.
Yeah,
And then they just leave, and that's it.
And that was Alien versus Predator.
Oh, well, then Scar has the half alien, the Predalien burst out of him.
They leave him laying on a table.
Yeah, the Predalien.
What'd you rate this? What'd you real rate this?
I real rated this 6 Predaliens out of 10 unlimited handgun rounds, because I like this. Still, for me, was a fun watch. I didn't check the time. I wasn't bored. Like, I knew when I wrote this movie down, I knew it was bad, but I knew that I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that almost all the effects were practical and the queen was animatronic. I thought that was super cool. I also thought even though the filming location was like stupid, being set in Antarctica, it didn't make any sense. Not a lot of movies are set in Antarctica, so I thought that was kind of it was a dumb choice for the story, but cool to see something other than LA or everything else. Like, we didn't get to know the characters. The plot was really weird and forced, and none of the characters like made you root for them except maybe Sebastian.
Yeah. No, I gave it 3 retractable double-ended giant metal fighting dildos out of 10 cases of invisible lat syndrome, because every single one of these predators were carrying invisible suitcases. Every one of them just looked like they'd been doing nothing but pull-ups and deadlifts for their entire teenage years. Fuck, bro, let's go fuck up these aliens, man. Yeah. No, because the storyline was weak. Mm-hmm. It just seemed like slapped together. Didn't care about the characters. The dialogue was shit. There was no stakes. No stakes for me at all. Mm-hmm. And like the filming was all right. Soundtrack was lacking.
Yeah,
there was like a little bit of a throwback to the classic Predator song in a few spots, but no. And Antarctica, weird place to have it.
Yeah.
Like, why? It just didn't make any sense to me to have a place where you need humans. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have fights. It's like, well, you're not gonna get enough there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I didn't like it. It was stupid.
Fair enough.
I had to check the time remaining like probably 3 or 4 times.
Oh wow.
And it could have been a little bit. I know an hour 41 was good. It could have been an hour 20.
Yeah, it could have been a little shorter, more concise.
Well, just no believability. I didn't believe
no.
anyone was
No.
like, "Holy shit, we're
Yeah.
in this pyramid with aliens. This is scary."
Yeah,
Nobody
they were
was scared.
like, whoa.
So we're down to my last pick.
Double team.
That is a Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dennis Rodman movie. Yeah.
Wow.
From like 90, I want to say 95, 97.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman from the Chicago Bulls, the basketball player,
Whoa.
acting in this movie.
Who dated Carmen Electra?
Yep. I can remember bits and pieces of it. I think Mickey Rourke is in it too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's a star-studded cast in this one.
Oh.
So it should be fun.
Double team.
Yeah, that was Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Real Garbage Podcast. We're going to do Double Team next week. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This is Real Garbage.